Okay, so I feel like I have some pretty solid disclaimers going into this video. One, I was burnt last week, which you may have noticed in a previous video. So I am peeling a bit up here and back in my forehead line a little bit. So not dandruff. Maybe it could be a little bit of dry scalp and peeling. I don't know, but that's what's going on. Two, I do have a little bit of makeup on currently. Some leftover mascara, liner, and a little bit from my brows. I'll probably still touch them up a bit. This is my second makeup look today. Welcome to a YouTuber trying to make it while working a 9 to 5. I'm filming this after work. So, yeah, if you're feeling generous, hit the subscribe button, like this video, watch this video, share this video, whatever, do all the things. If you're new here, hi, hello, my name is Megan. And yeah, today we're going to be doing some makeup. I'm going to be testing out some stuff that's in my makeup basket. I also want to use some stuff that is in a series that I'm doing over on IG. And then I have some different shades that I want to test out in a foundation that I have. So kind of just like a mixed bag of things today that we're going to be doing. So without further ado, let's get into the freaking video. So to start, I'm actually going to prime my face first. I'm going to use the Glow Recipe Watermelon Niacinamide Dewdrops. I want to go ahead and use this. I can give it a chance to set in. I didn't like fully wash my face. I just took a makeup wipe to it. So I want to give my face a chance to get like rehydrated and set before I start slapping some other stuff onto it. But yeah, I still stick by my initial thoughts of these dewdrops. I don't think you need them. I probably won't repurchase them. A more affordable option that I think gives you even more glow is the Milani Bright Side. This is a holy grail for me. I also really enjoy the Rare Beauty Illuminating Primer. This is really good as well. It's more expensive than the Milani one, but it is nice. So I would recommend either of those two over this one. I'm not super impressed, especially for the price point. I just feel like it's kind of, this is okay. You know what I mean? So, meh. I'm gonna prime my eyes using the Urban Decay All Nighter. This is my holy grail. If you don't want your eyeshadow to move, this is what I recommend you use. I'm in a mood. I feel like I should go get a cocktail. Or maybe I shouldn't get a cocktail. You guys, oh well. I had a really good week when I'm filming this because I got some really exciting news from work, which I guess I can share that on here now, which is really exciting. We are going to be using the Ciate London, the Editor palette. If you've seen my declutter series, then you know this is one I was kind of on the fence about, and mostly because like I've had it and I just haven't tried it. So what I did is I'm working through a couple of series on my IG right now, and it's like a palette stack, and it's the palettes I want to use that week. I have a friend on IG and I tagged her, and she does the stacks all the time, but I want to do something different with the stacks. I want to create series with the stacks. So like this week's stack was my stack of palettes that are on the chopping block, and I had 5 palettes. Next week maybe will be I want to stick to 3 to 4 palettes, and it'll be, I think I want to do like my favorite neutrals, and I think that I want to do that because it'll not only help me to rotate through my collection in general, but it'll also, I feel like, give me a little bit more permission to reach for my favorites, like rotating them into the stack every week so that I can use those too. I don't know. I'm really excited about it. Obviously, we'll see how it goes, where it goes, but I'm excited about the concept. The Ciate London palette is one of the palettes in there, like I mentioned, on the chopping block, just because I haven't used it in a while. And I think that a lot of the palettes that I haven't used in a while are going to start working their way into the stacks. because I think that there will probably be even more palettes that like just don't meet my preference anymore, or I don't love as much as I thought that I love them, like that kind of scenario. So that is kind of my thought process behind that. The shade, oh, that looks stunning. Kind of the method to my madness is like, dang, what shade do I want to pair with that? Green. Okay, you know what? We'll go on with a little bit of this pink. Kind of the method to my madness is that, you know, I'm only going to get to use these palettes once or twice during that time that they're in my stack. So I want to use the shades that I kept the palette for. So like, for example, my Kylie Cosmetics like leopard palette, I kept that palette because I loved the yellow and the orange, and I felt like it was worth keeping the whole palette. So what I did when I used it earlier this week is I made sure that I used those two shades. And it actually really helped me when it came down to the decision making. So I'm really excited about that. Similar with this, I really loved this pink shade, and I really loved that green shade. So those are the two shades that I want to make sure that I use, because if I don't love the shades that I kept the palette for, then why keep the palette? Know what I mean? I will definitely have to touch up my brows since I took this up so high. I got a little carried away. But the mattes are really nice so far. They blended out really easily, pigmented, not patchy, really nice actually. Didn't have any issues. Now I think I might go in with this shade here. It's like more purpley, mauve-y kind of situation, and I'm just going to use that out in the outer portion of the lid. So the good news that I was kind of like alluding to is, some of you know this, I haven't really talked about it publicly, but I have talked about it a little bit on IG and in my closed friends on IG, because it's just, I've really been struggling with it. I love my job, and I still plan, man, that shade is kind of shit. And it's almost like it's removing the other shade. What the frack? Is that like a, no, it's a matte. I was like, is it a cream to powder? Like, let me see here. Yeah, that's just not looking good over there. Okay, let's try something else. I'm gonna try this deep shade here out on the outer corner. But I plan to film, I don't know where I left off. I plan to film a get ready with me, doing like an about me and talking about like my job and everything else. But I really do like my job. My job is hard, in my opinion, emotionally, and just in general. That looks much nicer. And the person that has been my supervisor the last 6 months has been bullying me and harassing me and just creating a really toxic environment, and it's been really difficult. I've literally gained like 20 pounds. I, you know, would come home like crying, really upset all the time. Just like, it was awful to say the least, you guys. It was awful. And so I had made the decision to leave my job, and I started applying for new jobs. And I did get an offer for a job with a significant pay raise, but it was kind of in the same profession / line of work. And I kind of just decided that I wanted to get out of that line of work if I was going to leave where I was currently at. So I had turned it down, and I'm really glad that I did. It's one of those things where I don't know what everyone believes in. I believe in energies, that kind of stuff. And it was just, I feel like, meant to be that I didn't take that job because that was offered to me on a Friday. And literally the following Monday, my boss is gone. She's gone. She's no longer with the company. And I cannot be more excited because now I don't have to quit this job that I really enjoy and I love, and I don't have to be treated so poorly in the workplace anymore. And I just cannot tell you how freaking relieved I feel. It just, and I feel like honestly it happens in the workplace more than people know. I'm gonna go into this green right now. In terms of any kind of like bullying, harassment, like that shit happens so much in the workplace, and like people don't think it does. But if you've experienced it, then like you know how taxing it is on your mental health, on your physical health. Like, it is hard shit. So the fact that I have a really emotionally taxing job, and then was dealing with someone acting like a mean toddler on top of it, it was really difficult on me. So when I got the news that she was no longer gonna be with us, ecstatic. Like, I cannot even tell you guys, like, it took everything I had to be chill in that conference room and not jump around yelling and screaming and dancing. Like, I went outside and did that, but like literally just so much freaking relief, you guys. Like, I just hated going to work. I was so uncomfortable in the workplace. I felt like I quite literally could not wipe my ass without letting my boss know and still getting in trouble for it. Like, it was just all so stupid and ridiculous that I can't even describe how dumb it was. If you've been in that situation, then you know. It's so stupid that it's like unbelievable that someone would even act that way, especially like in their position. It's like, what the actual fuck is like wrong with you? You know what I mean? It's like, how did people get those positions? Like, you know what I mean? Like, how do you get to be in a position like that when you clearly have no management or even like people skills? It's scary. So yeah, I'm definitely feeling a lot better this week. I have energy. I'm not feeling as depressed. Like, it's nice. I'm like, finally. I think that green shade is really pretty, honestly. Oh man, I'm peeling. But yeah, I'm gonna just clean up the under eye real quick and then I'll be back. There we go. I filled in my brows. They were looking a little, what's the word around me? A little thin. I'm just gonna use my Pure Lease concealer. I've really been liking this. It's their Perfect Glow BB concealer. I have the shade Light. I like it best blended out with a sponge, so I brought like a water bottle in here to achieve that. So I can dampen it. But yeah, so things will hopefully be, well, they already have picked up so much at work, so I'm definitely feeling so much better in that aspect, which, if you think about it, being happy at work is so important because that's where we spend the majority of our lives, folks. If you hate your job, you're gonna hate your life. Like, I just feel like, you know, we forget about that. And yeah, so I'm really just so happy to not have to work with her anymore. It's gonna be great, and I'm very, very pumped. The next thing I want to do is I want to compare, I'm not really sure how I've been feeling about the Rose & Bend C41. So I want to do one side of my face with this brush and one side of my face with the Rare Beauty foundation brush, which I know I love, because I feel like I don't like the way this looks as much, and I can't decide if it's just like in my head or if it really just doesn't look that great. So I want to do a comparison, and I'm going to be using a foundation that I know that I love, but I'm testing out the shade. So this is the Fenty Beauty Hydrating Longwear Pro Filter Foundation. I love this. I've talked about it a lot on my channel and about it on my IG. I picked up the shade 210 during a sale, so I would have what would hopefully be my summer shade. So I'm going to try that out today. If you're curious, my winter shade is 150. So we shall see. And I need to wipe off my palette hand. All right, I got a couple pumps out on my hand, and I'm going to go in first with my Rare Beauty brush. And I'm going to use it on the right side of my face. Dang, I love this foundation. I think the shade's gonna be fine for me. I'm still a little bit red, but I think the shade's definitely gonna work. Now I'm gonna go in with my Rose and Bend C41 and start applying it to the side of my face. I don't know if you can tell in your lighting, but I feel like this side, so I think I definitely get more coverage on this side with this brush than I do with this brush. But I think that this brush leaves a more textured finish, whereas like the hard pressed density of this brush leaves a cleaner finish in my opinion. Because it just presses it in better. I don't know. Dang, that kind of sucks because that brush was expensive. But I think, yeah, to be honest, I think that this brush is okay, but I don't think that I love it, which really sucks because like I said, it was really expensive, unfortunately. Yeah, it looks, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it looks way more textured than this side. Like it's just not, I don't know, it doesn't look cute. Dang. I thought that's what I thought, but I was like, no way. It always looks so good when Rose uses it on her face, like yada yada yada. But not everything works for everybody, so keep that in mind. Yeah, dang it, I'm not a huge fan of that. I don't know, I might keep trying. I might see if I can resell it. I don't know. Makes me grumpy, honestly, damn it. I'm gonna go in now with my Phytosurgents. This is their Spectral Shine in the shade Dew of Dawn, and I'm just gonna apply this to the high points of my cheeks so that I have a little glow coming through my blush after I add that here in a minute. I'm really excited that I think this shade's gonna work out for me though. I honestly think I even could have gone a little bit darker, but I'll bronze it up and we shall see. Speaking of bronzer, I also got the C40 brush and I really like this. This is also from Rose and Ben and I love this brush. So it sucks that the foundation one isn't working out for me, but this brush is really good. I do want to try a new to me product. This is from Flower Beauty in the shade Heat Wave. It's their luminous bronzer. A friend in the community gifted this to me because she saw it on my wish list and she doesn't like it. She said it pulls pink on her, and we have a similar skin tone, so I am a little bit worried that I might have, yeah. It definitely, which it is luminous, which I like. I think that the luminosity is really pretty, but I definitely think in person it pulls very cool. Like it actually almost looks purple on me, to be honest. I'm not gonna use it. I'm not gonna use it on up here. I might use it a little bit, but I'm gonna go over with a warmer toned bronzer so I can warm my face up. But yeah, I definitely, it's very on the cool side. So I don't really know what I'll do with this one because I don't really contour, if you've noticed. I just like bronze. So it's not really something, I don't really feel like I would reach for it. I don't know. What do you guys think? Like, I think I can get away from it, like away with it. It just looks, you know what? I always feel like you guys might not be able to see what I see and I have to like convince you, but it literally in person looks like a fucking bruise. Like it looks like somebody punched me. I swear it. So I'm just gonna go in now over it with a little bit of the LYS bronzer, the light shade, to try and like warm it up a little bit. Jeez, I don't know. The cheeks aren't looking good, folks. Okay, I think it's better now. So yeah, I feel like this is definitely gonna be a no for me. Caitlin was right. It pulls like a weird color on our skin tone, but I'm still super grateful to her for sending it to me because I didn't have to buy it with my own money to try it because I was curious. I was able to try it because she was kind enough to send it to me. So thanks, girl. You were right. Not that I had any doubt though, because when she told me that she'd had that issue with it and she didn't really think it complimented her tone, she told me that because we have similar skin tones. As soon as she told me that, I was like, okay, and I took it off my wish list. So I did trust her. I am going to use the Kaja. This is also in my Shop My Stash basket. This is their Whipped Dream in the shade Rose Macaron. And I'm going to use this. I think it'll tie in really nicely with the eye color we have going on. I've only used this one other time. And I do like it. It blends out really nicely and it's buildable. So it's not like, oh no, all this product. Like, no, like, yeah, you can see like I'm having to build it up and I like that about it. And also, I don't know about the lasting power. I haven't worn it long enough because both times I've tried it, I've been filming. But that's why I have it in my makeup basket to try to get some more like solid thoughts on it. But yeah, first impressions, like still really enjoying it. It came in a little bit farther than I wanted to over here, so I'm just gonna fix it real quick. Real quick. Put a dot there. There we go. And then I do want to add a little bit of highlight from my Kosas duo, even though I don't really like need it per se. I am gonna add it because I think the duo is going off. It's starting to get a Play-Doh smell. So I'm trying to be mindful to use it like every day. I haven't got a reaction or anything as of yet, and hopefully I won't. But I do want to try and use it up because I made so much progress on it that it would really suck to have to declutter it like right at the end before I empty it. I am gonna hop off, finish my lower lash line and lashes, and then I will be back. Okay, so I went ahead and I did the final touches. I went in with my Cinderella and Sigma matte lippy, that's right, matte, in the shade Dreamy. I have not really used this and I wanted to pull it out to see if I even wanted to keep it. I do really enjoy the shade. I just don't wear mattes that often. But I did top this center with a little bit of my Becca lippy in the shade Dune, just there in the center. And I think it looks really nice. It doesn't feel drying or anything yet. I did have a lip oil on before this, so maybe that's helping as well. I don't know. That kind of situation. I do definitely think though for now I am going to hang on to this palette because I really like this look personally. And I didn't really have, I did have issue with this purple shade. I don't really know. I'll have to try it again. Maybe it was just too light to blend with this shade. I'm not really sure. But I struggled with that. But that was the only one that I struggled with. I thought that the other shades did a really great job. That's a color story I wouldn't normally reach for. But I really like the way that it came out. I think it looks really, really beautiful. I don't know what I want to do with that Rose and Bend brush because I just feel like my foundation doesn't look as good on that side, and so I'm not gonna want to like reach for it, which I know I'm pretty sure they accept returns, but I threw away all the original packaging because I just assumed that I would love them, but I don't. So I'm gonna have to look into it. I don't even know if I have the shipping stuff, I guess. So, but I will look into that. But yeah, and then that Flower Beauty bronzer, you'll probably see her again in my Shop My Stash video because I will talk about how, you know, it just didn't really work for me, and we'll go from there. I am already working on another declutter video because I want to go through my other, I'm working on some collection videos. I want to go through my lippies with you guys, my foundations and my concealers, those other like bigger-ish categories. And then I'm also like still actively working through my collection. I already have 2 more palettes I'm ready to declutter. I have a bronzer I'm ready to declutter. And I have some other stuff that's on the chopping block. So I'm already working on another box. And it's really just like exciting, honestly, to like really be narrowing my shit down. But yeah, if you made it this far, thank you for staying for my long-winded video. It was nice to just try out new makeup with you guys in chat. Like I mentioned before, I just love these videos. They're just so sit down, relaxed, easy, and they're ones that I love to watch when I get ready in the morning. So yeah, I know they don't do the best on my channel, but I still enjoy creating them, so that's why I keep uploading them. But anyways, I hope that you guys have a great rest of your week. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye.